Hello, welcome back to Marta from Sparta. Today is the first episode from my new sewing studio. I will do my studio tour maybe another time, but today we're recording first time with my redone sewing studio. So on this side we have only sewing stuff, and the other half of the studio is just the part when I'm recording, more like a jewelry, arts and crafts, which require more close-up and paintings and this type of things, but this part of the studio is committed only for sewing. So I'm gonna give you a tour another day, but today is very excited episode, so I'm glad I have you here wearing my new sweatshirt. So today we continuing month of love. Just wanted to tell you, link to this sweatshirt will be in video description below, and this is limited time only. This sweatshirt will be available to purchase only in the month of February. And if you're not crazy about red, I have another one which is in white. And yeah, you can support my channel, go to the link, purchase the sweatshirt. It will be available only till only in February. But back to the today's project. We're making super fun coach inspired bag, which I was actually thinking about this project very long time and planning in my head how I can actually approach. February is a month of love, and everything I planned for videos for this month, it will be reloved, recycle. We're gonna go thrifting and make a new stuff out of it. That's what this sweatshirt I also design. That's the message I try to come across. In February we have a lot of clothing, but if we get creative and we can recycle, we don't have to throw them away, we can create new beautiful items from the stuff which we already have in our closet, and we don't need to spend money. We can update them, we can relove them, we can give them new fresh looks, and guess what? It's gonna be only one unique piece, right? There will be no other like that. So bag actually not gonna fall in this category, but it's heart shaped, and I was actually eyeing this bag for a very long time, and I was planning in my head how I can make my own version inspired by this Coachella kind of series bag. And I decided that I do not want to make this bag red, because I potentially want to use this bag in spring and summer. So I bought red fabric, but then I kind of like was leaning away from doing it red again. So I have few color options, and I want to go with some nice pastel, like a springy or summery vibrant colors, so I can use this bag during the warm season as well. So let me show you a few inspiration images. I'm gonna show you also few colors which Coachella is offer for this bag. And I am between green and turquoise. I didn't decide yet, but it's gonna be very challenging project. The bag is very puffy. I think it's stuffed. I'm not trying to make exactly same bag, and I have few ideas which potentially will work. So I will take you on my journey. I purchased a pattern on Etsy, and I'm gonna try to redo this pattern, redesign it, and I was thinking about how to actually get this puffer look. So I have few ideas, so I'm gonna take you on the journey with me, and we can figure it out together. Okay, now let's meet on this side of the studio. So I have my planner here, and I purchased two different heart designs from Etsy for the bags. One of them, so this is generally one of the bags which I'm not gonna use the bag itself. I'm not gonna use this bag exactly. I'm gonna modify it, and this is the other one, and that's the one which we're planning to accomplish. So we have two different designs which I have to decide between two of them. which one I really want to use, if I want to use Rebecca's or I want to use Carly. Decisions. I am not really sure. I have both patterns print out, and I didn't even prepare the fabrics yet. I am very distracted in the new space. I'm not used to be here, so I know obviously where everything is, but it's still not my recording workflow, so I am a little bit distracted with the angles, with adjusting the light, so forgive me guys. I will get there after a few videos. I will find my flow in my new space, and I am really grateful, very, very grateful to have the space and be able to show you my journey and show you how to make fun stuff and have the nice space. Okay, so I generally had the time to take a look at the both of the patterns, and they are very, very similar, and I gave it a thought. So what I am looking for is basically from both of them, they have about the same base body, if you say like a heart shape, and I'm planning to make a straps by myself. I don't want to make the bag like flat, which I mean like I don't want to stitch it over here. I just want to add extra dimension like a strap over here, and obviously bag has to be padded. So the colors which I have to choose from are those beauties, and I think I might go with the green or maybe the satin. I am between, or maybe I'm gonna make body from this. I also have like a flat version. I was thinking that that would be really, really fun, even like with the sweatpants, like more like a sportsy kind of look with using the satin. But or maybe I should make a lining from this and the body from that, or I am definitely using combination of these two colors, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this version because that's gonna be really fun to wear it like with a sweatpants and like even like with a sportsy vibe of it, right? So I think yeah, definitely body from this, lining from that. And we also have to make this bag somehow puffy, and I have two ideas. For the body of the bag, I'm gonna use Quilter's 18 by 20 quilt batting, and I'm gonna attach it to the bag. And for the chain, for the handle, I mean, my plan is to do like a huge long tube which I'm gonna sew, and then I'm planning to stuff it with this type of material. I forgot what it is. You can use it for the animal stuffing, you can use for the pillow stuffing, so I have tons of it left over. So I think what I'm gonna do for the chain, like create one huge tube or even few of them, and then cut to the chain links, and I'm gonna have to attach them by hand, everything. And last but not least, but don't tell anyone, if I will get bored with this sweatshirt and the next year I don't want to wear it, guess what I'm gonna do about it? I'm gonna upscale it. I'm gonna come up with some fun idea how I can upscale this sweatshirt. But for now, it's super soft. I am wearing size medium. Because I wanted kind of like an oversized look. Generally, I am extra small, so just for the size reference, this is size medium. And I don't know if they're running small or not, but this is size medium, and I really like oversized sweatshirts because if I wear leggings I can cover my butt, and generally I like baggy look because it's in right now, right? So for the reference, you see how the size medium Okay, lovely bunnies, I cut out all the pieces and now let's talk a little bit about the logistics. This is very, very silky fabric. It's like it's fraying a lot. It's really, really gonna be difficult to work with. I never work with the project with the fabric like this as far as the sewing goes. So I decided to do interfacing on all of this silky pieces. Okay, so I decided to add the pocket in front like the original pattern design, but not as Coachella inspiration bag. And so I only added interfacing to the front pieces because I think they're gonna be disaster to work with, and they're gonna be too soft and the bag not gonna keep the shape. I'm gonna start to put a bag together, but my now concern is I didn't put interfacing on the strap. So I don't know how the chain gonna come out. So I cut out 4 pieces for the chain and then I'm gonna sew them together. Oh, and another thing, this fabric is so static. Like if you see it, it's so static. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sew them together, flip them inside out, and then I'm gonna stuff it with that pillow stuffing which I showed you. If I have to make more of these chains, then I'm gonna keep making them as I go. But I have to figure out of logistics of making this chain because I want it to be nice and round all around, but I have to stitch it at some point, right? I have to close another interesting problem which I'm gonna face. Yeah, I had a great idea of using quilting, quilter's padding, but now I think in order to accomplish this puffiness which I want to, I might need to attach the quilting in to the facing and to the liner maybe. I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually do that and then end up nice having finishes inside and stitch them all together, because originally I thought I'm gonna attach this to the one side and then I'm gonna create the lining and attach everything together. So I have to think about now. My plan will be sew all of those together, stuff them like tubes, stuff them, and then I'm gonna start to put a body of the bag together. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attach the quilter's padding to the front, to the body of my bag, and I'm not gonna attach it to the lining. And hopefully that's gonna create this kind of puffy look. If not, I might need to stuff it additionally with some pillow stuffing somewhere like in between. So I will see, because I really don't want to quilt it, but I want this kind of like full kind of puffy looking, pillow looking look. So we will get to that. Let me start with the straps first. Okay, lovely bunnies. So I just finished one and that's how it looks like. And now I am wondering if I did stuffed it maybe like too tight, if you know what I'm saying. So it looks kind of like this, and I decided to, I mean, obviously the 2 bottom ones, have to be attached to the bag first, and then I'm gonna keep going. I have like so many to do. And the best method I notice is I have my old paintbrush, like a very, very old paintbrush, and I keep it to add the textures to my paintings. So this paintbrush is very, very dry here, so it grabs the stuffing and it's actually pushed down into the tube, right? So now instead of like stuffing the whole very long one, I cut it into the pieces, which I think gonna be perfect size for the rings, right? And I'm gonna stuff every individual because I think it's gonna be way easier to stuff short one than the big ones. And in worst case scenario, if they're gonna be stuffed too much, I can always like pull some out. And I'm leaving like little bit more out. Sorry, I'm sitting very close to the camera. I'm leaving like this much, like maybe an inch, which is not stuffed at all, because I'm planning to attach them by hand. I don't know how I'm gonna do it so it's gonna look very nice. I'm gonna think of it when it comes to that, like with everything with this project. But for now, I'm just gonna stuff the pieces. Two pieces have to stay open. I mean, all of pieces have to stay open. I'm gonna keep attaching them as I go, and just 2 are done, and that's how many is to go. So I'm gonna watch my show and listen to the book and just keep going. Okay guys, 2 hours later, ta-da! They are all done. I have to say that the first one was a struggle, and if you're gonna decide to make something like I do, cut it in the pieces which you already need before you're gonna start stuffing. It was definitely way easier. As I told you guys, I used my old painting brush, which has very dry bristles, to stuff this pillow stuffing and actually pack it really, really well. I have these brushes for some kind of like a texture for my painting, so actually the fact that I destroy it more, it's even better. So now I'm gonna start to put a bag together, and once I'm gonna get into kind of like a position when I have to decide about stuffing. Last night, I just want to show you, I was able to finish this much, and so the puffy side looks like this, and I touch the puff to the outer layer, not to the lining, right? So from the outside it looked like this, and I have the pocket, and now I'm gonna have to figure out somehow how I'm gonna attach the lining. I do not know yet, because I have to flip the bag through the tiny opening. So based on the fact how much puffiness I added to it, I don't know how I'm gonna flip it. I started to work on the chain links, and oh boy, that's gonna take a while. So they're gonna kind of look like that, and I have enough of it. So I have to attach this to the bag before I'm gonna have to actually attach the line. So my sewing thoughts about the bags, it's 10 out of 10. I love it. I'm proud of myself that I figure everything out. I use few different patterns which I purchased on Etsy, and I put them together. I figured it out how to accomplish this look, using different patterns, how to make this fun and puffy and paddy look. And what I'm gonna do also on top of that, as you know that the bag charms are also trending right now, so I'm gonna probably add like a few bag charms right now. But I love also, I dig also double purse kind of look, which it's super fun. But I just ordered like a fun tiny bag charms, which I'm gonna add to this bag also, and I'm wearing my sweatpants, and it's so super fun. So I highly recommend you to try this to try this project. I might make it like a very bright pink, but I think also this color gonna be fun for a summer, for spring. That's why I didn't wanna go with red, because I thought that the red kind of limits me with the seasons. So hell yeah, make this bag. It's super fun. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. I really like it. It was super simple, it was fun. And my final sewing thoughts. The chain took me as much time as to make the rest of the bag. So it wasn't that complicated. It was more like time consuming, because this took me more time as actual whole bag. And look at this. And I'm wearing this one as an addition for the pop of color. But yeah, I really dig the look of two bags. And it's very big. Like right now, I'm obviously on my phone, so I cannot put my phone. But guys, I can put a tons of it. I have my glasses, so I can actually see you better. But generally, it's fantastic. It came out amazing. I highly, highly recommend making something like that. And as you see, I made it from kind of like a very shiny silky, because I wanted to be more like a dressed up kind of sportsy vibe, which it is. So my final thoughts about, So my final thoughts about this amazing bag. It wasn't really that hard to make it overall. I think there was not really many challenges, actually, I have to say. The biggest challenge was actually for me to figure it out what's the easiest way to accomplish this kind of like a puffy look. And once I figured out this aspect of it, the rest was a piece of cake, right? And went smooth like butter. Maybe let me say it this way. I love the fact that I did lining in different color and that it's kind of pops out. And I love the fact that I also picked this nice shiny fabric, because I was going for kind of like a sport slash a fun kind of. So I really do love kind of idea that I can wear it with my sweatpants and the sweatshirt, and it's very easy to reach. And I'm recording on my phone, but like this is the size of the phone I have, and I still have so much room for other stuff. And yesterday when I was recording actually outside, the funny part was like I was thinking about it, like it's how cold is it outside, and I could like really stick my hands in there and like use it as a warming up my hands over there. And I have this front pocket if I wanna throw my keys or even my cell phone over here for like a quick grab. Generally, I love the project. I highly recommend it. Try it, reach out with questions, comment if you have any questions. I'm gonna be more than happy to help you. And I think